Hello, choir and music class. Thank you so much for watching this video. The purpose of this is either to kind of prep you before you come to class or review you if you missed it or didn't quite understand it while we were in class. And what we're going to be talking about is taking those note values and applying the actual counting to them. Let's take a second here and let's look at the staff. Right here's our 5 lines, our 4 spaces representing our staff. And notes are grouped into different clusters. You know, eggs come in a dozen or a half dozen when you buy them. If you get 4 quarters, then you get $1. We group things together to help us organize them. Music is no different, okay? They are grouped by what's called a time signature. And I'm going to put this up here. You've seen this before. This particular time signature is 4-4. Now, what does 4-4 mean? The top number tells us how many beats in a measure. Okay? The bottom one tells us which number or which note gets the beat. Now when you look at this, if you kind of cover that 4 up at the top there, you think about it as a 1, you could almost just read it as a fraction. It would tell you that the quarter note gets the beat. So the beat is what drives our music forward. It's the part that you clap along to. Okay? So let's put some music up here. Nothing fancy, just 4 little quarter notes. I'm going to put them in this space, and in review for you, that space, as you know, if it's the treble clef, is the A space. Let's put all 4 up there. Now, since there are 4 beats to the measure, and we have just put 4 quarter notes in, we know the quarter note gets the beat, we're done with our measure. We're going to annotate the end of that measure by putting a bar line at the end. This little guy right here is the bar line. The distance from bar line to bar line is called the measure. Right? Now, how would we clap those 4 quarter notes? It's 4 beats, so there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're steady. They happen every beat because they're quarter notes. Now, we've also talked about another type of note. You know this guy is the half note, and you remember that the half note is the equivalent of 2 quarter notes. So each half note is now going to get 2 beats. Well, there's 4 beats. We got another measure. Let's draw a bar line. Why? Because bar line to bar line is 1 measure. 4 beats in a measure when the time signature is 4-4. Now the difference here is that there are only 2 notes instead of 4. This guy is going to get the first 2 beats of the measure. The second one's going to get the second 2 or the last 2 beats of the measure. So when we count it, we're never going to say the number 2 or the number 4. We'll feel it, but we won't count it. Now, how's that going to work? Let's do it together. Just those 2 half notes. 1, 3. Now, I did 2 things. Number 1, with my voice, I kind of put a little H. 1, 3. Because I will still want to feel that steady beat. The other thing I did was actually put it in my body and dragged across to signify the 2 beats. Now, you may think that's a little hokey. I got that. But the point here is for you to feel the beat. Let's put it all together. All right, here we go. From the top, ready, count. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 3. Now, that's the basics of counting quarter notes and half notes. Now, your goal is to kind of mix them up a little bit. Only 4 beats to a measure. Put a half note, a couple of quarter notes. A quarter note, and then a half note. Okay? Maybe a quarter note, half note, quarter note. Mix them up, count them, make sure you feel good about that because the next thing we're going to talk about is the whole note.